Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Sierra Nicole, your new book bestie. I am somewhat new, pretty new to BookTube, and so I wanted to do some book reviews and I wanted to talk about a book and a movie that I watched recently. So, The Idea of You is a movie that recently came out on Amazon Prime. It stars Anne Hathaway, and I can't remember the male actor's name, but they were absolutely fantastic. And so, when I watched the movie, I immediately ran to Amazon and I got the book, The Idea of You. Now, I want to talk about the book versus the movie. Which do I like better? What were the differences? Because every movie adaptation of a book, it's never identical, ever. Okay. And so I want to talk about those differences and let me know if you've seen the movie, read the book, vice versa. So I watched the movie first, and I am actually very happy that I watched the movie first because I feel like if I had read this book first, I don't know. I don't know if I would have liked the movie as much as I did because I went to the movie without knowing anything, and yeah, I'm just glad that I went into it that way. So if you don't know, The Idea of You is basically about a woman who is pretty much 40 years old. She's like 39, turning 40 within the book. Now, she meets this young guy named Hayes Campbell who is in a boy band, right? And he's, when I say young, in the book, he is 20. In the movie, he's like 24, right? So still very young either way. And they basically fall in love, okay? Now, within this book, I gave this book, I think I had given this like a 3.5 or 4 with the book. The movie to me was like a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed the movie. Now, one thing about this, I just want to throw this disclaimer out there, is that these are one of the stories where you kind of have to throw your morals out the window. I'm just being honest because in real life, a 40-year-old and a 20-year-old or even a 24-year-old being together, to me, that's just ick. Like, no, absolutely not. But for some reason, it worked in this story. It worked. So to talk about the book first, so this book versus the movie, this had a lot more like substance in it. And in the book, you can really understand and see why Solin fell for Hayes in this book because there's just more action, more things happening. And I get it. Like with the movie, there's only so much you can include because there's only so much time. Like the movie was already almost 2 hours. So I think that they did the best they could with adding those components in. But I think that the book really showed like why she fell for him, and I get it. Cause I think that anybody would have fell for Hayes Campbell. Like, let's just be serious here. I think that the way that she wrote this was beautiful. Lots of like tension and inks was really good. The kind of the stakes with her daughter, which the daughter kind of got on my nerves with this because in the book, the daughter is like 13 and she's pretty much in love with this boy band and in love with like Hayes Campbell from like, that 13-year-old point of view of seeing these rock stars that they love. And so that was really affecting her and like her decision to like be with him or not because she didn't want to hurt her 13-year-old daughter. And to me, that was just kind of annoying. But I think that she did really well with just like having that stakes there. In the movie, though, the movie was slightly different to where the daughter was a lot older. And the daughter, I feel like, didn't really care about the boy band August Moon in the movie. However, there was still stakes there with the daughter because people were obviously talking and kind of like making fun of her in school because of this, very public relationship of her mother being like 40 and her new boyfriend, Hayes Campbell, being, in his 20s, which is extremely taboo. So having that stake there. Now, this book I ended up giving like a 3.5 or a 4 instead of a 5, even though I really, really enjoyed this book. I did that because I felt like there were a lot of like missing holes in this book. Like I ended this book with questions still. And I don't like that. I like to have closure when I read a story. I read books for entertainment, for escapism. Like I don't read books to mimic real life. And I feel like The ending of this book mimicked real life. It was not a happy ending. And that's the only reason why I just didn't enjoy that. There was also like this underlining plot line with one of the bandmates. I forgot what his name is. I forgot what was that guy's name. I can't even remember now at this point. But one of the guys, it's not Rory. It's what is his name? Is it Oliver? Oliver. And there was an underlining plot line. I feel like there was a tad bit. I had a tad bit of questions about that plot line. I don't want to spoil the book, so I'm not going to like say too much about it, but I did have some questions I felt like were left unanswered with that. But the ending is just, I didn't like that the ending didn't feel buttoned up. But however, maybe she was going for more of like a real life, realistic approach, and that definitely happened with this. But the movie does end in a like a happy ending. So I like that there was closure with the movie for sure. Now I think that if there was no movie, a lot of people read this and there was no movie, it probably ruined the book. But because I was able to see the movie first, I think that kind of lessened the blow a little bit. But like I said, I am glad that I saw the movie first because there was so much that was missing. I think if I had read the book, and I got all that it gave, and then I saw the movie, I think I would have been a little bit disappointed because there was so much from the book that was left out of the movie, but the movie was excellent. I don't think that they could have chose better actors for the adaptation. That was fantastic. I think their chemistry was amazing and it did a really great job of mimicking the chemistry that you feel from the book as well, the book characters. They did an amazing job with that. So I would recommend this. Like I said, I gave this like a 3.54, but paired with the movie, I say it's like a 5 because I gave the movie a 5. I did. I think the movie was excellent. The book, I loved the book. It was so good. Even though I pretty much knew what was going to happen for the most part, I was still like, oh, I can't. I got to stay up late and read this book. So I would recommend the book. I would recommend the movie, but I recommend watching the movie and then reading the book. So I hope that this review was helpful for you. I'm going to start doing more reviews. I try to do reviews without giving a bunch of spoilers because I hate having book spoiled for me. And this is not like like a book club discussion or anything where like I know you guys have read it. So I just, want to try that out in different videos to see how that goes. So if there's any books that you want me to review, let me know. I've read 17 books this year and a ton of more last year. So yeah, I have a ton of books that I think I might actually go back and do like longer reviews like this for some of the ones that I've read over this last year or two. So let me know which ones that you guys want me to review, or if you have a book rec, let me know. I'm always looking to add more books to my TBR. I don't know why, because my TBR already has like 1,000 books on it, but I'm always open to new book suggestions. But let me know if have you seen this movie? Have you read the book? Which one did you like better? But yeah, Hayes Campbell deserves the world. Okay. And we're going to end it on that note.